Welcome to A Tribe Called Switch. This is your boy V Moore. And man, we had an exciting playoff weekend in the NBA. So let's just get down to it. Lakers and Timberwolves. In a shocking development, the Timberwolves were able to sweep the Lakers at home. It's crazy. I didn't see that happening because the Lakers had Rudy Gobert in a blender. Ant seemed off in game 2, but somehow, some way, they figured it out. So the Lakers are down 3-1. I was surprised at the effectiveness of the Timberwolves offense. I can't lie. They were and how they were able to get key defensive stops. This team was different when they went home. I've been surprised also at the Lakers' inability to hold a lead down the stretch. The vanishing of Austin Reeves is getting troubling, as he's been touted as the best third option in the league. Remember? Like 2 weeks ago, is he the best third option in the league? Could he be a number 1 or number 2 on another team? Yeah, that's going out of the door now. He's struggling from three-point range. He's struggling from the field in general. And he's always been a defensive liability. But no offense plus no defense is, why are you out there? He's had back-to-back games. He was just completely ineffective. LeBron in late April is what I've been screaming to all these Lakers fans back in early March. LeBron is 1,000 years old and plays a lot of minutes. How much will he have left for a playoff run? The LeBron of early March and the LeBron of late April are two different animals. Add in the fact that JJ, the kid genius, inexplicably played the same lineup the whole second half. Listen, credit for having balls to do that. But also, we have to look at it. Did he look at that bench and look like, I'm not putting none of these bums in? Because he would rather have a tired Luka and LeBron than to look down and say, hey, Bronny, get in the game. And that's not a shot at Bronny, because Bronny's taking a lot of shots. But that just shows the ineffectiveness of this bench. He didn't have confidence in Jarrett and Vanderbilt. Connect. Nobody in this bench did he have faith in that they could either just hold the lead or do anything better than a tired five that he had on the floor. Luka and LeBron combining for 0 points in the fourth quarter, I would lose that bet every single time. Because I would feel that something's going to fall for one of them in the fourth quarter, no matter what. Luka will throw up a shot and it'll fall. He'll get to the free throw line. Something will happen where one of them would score. And the fact that they scored 0 points is troubling. You can't, this team, the way it's built, can't win that way. If Luka and LeBron isn't scoring, the third best player, Austin Reeves, is really dependent on LeBron or Luka being on the floor. He's not a number 1, which is fair. That's never been his expectation. He's not number 1, so his success really depends on Luka or LeBron being on the floor and being a threat. If they're not a threat, then he's going to struggle, which is what we've seen. I know I started this segment by just bashing the Lakers, but what I really want to do is praise Anthony Edwards. Look, man, Ant is the truth. Ant is that guy. And no matter how we try to twist and do these things, Ant is that guy. He is the number 1 guy in the league right now. Yes, LeBron is there. Yes, Steph is there. Yes, KD is there. But when you're looking at a star who's winning and producing, you got to look at Edwards, man. But let's talk about Anthony Edwards for a second, more so. He's a superstar. You want to talk about someone who loves pressure, who wants to pressure, who lives for these moments? Man, he was barking at LeBron on his way to averaging 36, 8, and 7. His heart don't pump no Kool-Aid. He's the one stealing hearts like Kano from Mortal Kombat. Last year was KD. This year is LeBron. And he's even talking junk to Luka. Listen, this man is what we want in the NBA. When evolution happens, you have to let it happen. And this is what Edwards is. He is evolution. This is Randy Orton, early 2000 in the WWE. This is what this is about. They have no one to stop him. And him being the star that he is, when they send double teams, he's hitting his teammates to get them open shots. He's not throwing up bad shots. He knows that there's 2 on me. The math says someone's going to be open, and he's finding that open person. Jaden McDaniel and Nas are feasting this series. Feasting. They're getting open shots. They're comfortable. And has become their de facto point guard. And look, on a side note, those rainbow AEs that he's wearing, hey man, I might need me a pair. The Lakers are in trouble. They're down 3-1. And unfortunately, the basketball gods have frowned upon us because we don't get to see Shannon backtracking on everything. See, people who watch basketball knew the Lakers are a poorly built team. Expecting LeBron and Luka to damn near do everything was a losing proposition from the start. So yeah, this series isn't over because we've seen LeBron do down 3-1 thing. But this team isn't that team. And with no real defensive stopper to slow down to give LeBron and Luka a breather, this series could very well be over on Wednesday. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. Clippers and Nuggets. Okay. Look, man, I'm a man. I'm big enough to admit I was wrong. I left this Nuggets team for dead. They had back-to-back terrible performance and a coach that looked completely overwhelmed. I thought this series was over. Nothing was working for the Nuggets. They couldn't stop anyone, but thanks to the magic of Aaron Gordon at the buzzer, the Nuggets are tied 2-2 in this series. And they seem to be able to pull this magic off every single year in the playoffs. Last year was Jamal Murray, this year AG. But there still raises some questions about Denver. The Clippers erased a 20-point lead in the second half. The Nuggets have to almost play perfect to beat this Clippers team, and they seem to be able to turn it on when necessary. If the game is close, I do trust the Nuggets more than the Clippers because the Nuggets have been in this position before and they always seem to come out on top. But the Nuggets can't continuously hope for miracles. Jamal Murray, who normally turns into Baby Jordan. I mean, there's playoff Jimmy and there's also playoff Jamal. We have to give him his credit. Jamal Murray, who normally steps up in the playoffs, is only averaging 20 points, shooting 42% from the field and 37% from the three-point line. He is going to have to do more. And MPJ, garbage. He's been worse than that, averaging 11 points, 42% from the field, and from the three-point line. Look, I think Jokic has got to be screaming,
"What more do you want from me?"
because he is giving them everything. He's averaging a triple-double plus 2 steals. There is nothing else he can do. He's maxed out. The other guys have to step up. If they somehow survive this round, how much left he will have against a swarming team like the Thunder? I don't know. They may be 4 up and 4 out. The Clippers are playing well, but they are making key mistakes down the stretch. But overall, they are the better team. I firmly believe that. It's just that the Nuggets have the overall best player. And sometimes, as we've seen, that can win out. Jokic is playing on another level. And I'm not sure if the Clippers can reach that level consistently. Warriors, Rockets. So look, another thing, I was big on the Rockets, this Rockets team going into this playoffs. I was big on the Rockets team going into this series. But they're regressing to the mean. They're a young team and they're playing young. The experience of Ime doesn't seem to be helping them as much because Ime can't hit shots. So the Warriors are up 2-1, and they won last game and didn't need Jimmy Buckets to do it. This does not bode well for the Rockets. This should have been a game for them to steal, but their offense betrayed them once again. Houston shot 40% from the field, 39% from three-point land. And worse than that, something that's completely unexcusable, 58% from the free throw line. Yo, these are professional athletes. A whole team should not be shooting 58% from the free throw line. You cannot win a playoff series like that. The least you can do, if the shots aren't falling from the field, the bare minimum you can do is hit a free throw. Only hitting 58% in a playoff series is ridiculous. Those are Shaq. That's like having a team of Shaqs. That is ridiculous. You cannot win. You cannot be a championship team like this. And not only that, you have Jalen Green, who again, I've been really high on him. This whole podcast, I've been high on him the whole year. Had another dud of a shooting night. 4 for 11, 9 points. Oh, and not to mention, The Rockets have 14 turnovers. 14 turnovers. You cannot win a game that way. But on the other sideline, we saw a real-life championship medal. We saw Steph and company rise to the occasion. Steph dropped 39. GP2, 11 in the fourth quarter. Buddy Hield showed up and dropped 17 points, teeth and all. You have to give them all the credit. I was wondering what this team had left, and it looks like they have a lot. I was wrong. I thought they were washed. This was the perfect matchup for them to get their playoff run started. My confidence in this Rockets team is waning with every single game. I watched this team closely this season, and while they had games they shot poorly, it was never this bad. Because I've always thought that with just good enough defense, you can overcome a poor shooting night. But good defense, poor shooting, plus turnovers, you can't win. Regular season, preseason, postseason, you can't win that way. And the Warriors just seem patient enough to watch the Rockets just cough up every chance of victory. The Rockets have to do something to change. Ime has to figure out how to get them either better shots, easier shots, something. But they have to make some kind of adjustment offensively. But on the flip side, the good news for the Rockets is that if they do have an early exit, that means they'll be first in line for the KD sweepstakes this summer. So hey, all in all, there's no such thing as a loss for them. Knicks and Pistons. So look, this is another series, 90s basketball. This Knicks series has been great, I felt. Even though the Knicks are up 3-1, every game has been a battle. I mean, the game one turned on its head in the fourth quarter, but every game for the most part has been a battle. The Pistons aren't down because of bad coaching or even really bad play, unlike the Rockets. The Knicks have made some incredible plays down the stretch. Cat hitting that big shot and a no call on Tim Hardaway Jr. It's been an absolute slugfest and all for the right reasons. Cade Cunningham dropping a triple-double. First triple-double since Isaiah. And even Tobias Harris showing up and dropping 18? Yo, sign me up. But this Pistons team, they need Malik Beasley to make his presence known. He has been the invisible man. He has to go out there and earn his check. He was second in the league in three-point shooting, and he's shooting 30% from the three-point line in the series. The only game he decided to show up in was game one. Malik, the playoffs have started. You need to do something. Anything. If your shot isn't falling, at least play better defense. Your defensive rotations have been trash. So you've got to do something. The Pistons have to also find a way to shoot better. Shooting 43% from the field isn't terrible. Okay, it's kind of bad. Yeah, it's kind of bad. But and the struggle from the three-point line isn't helping things. But besides the Pistons struggling offensively, I need to praise Jalen Brunson. Look, man, when the Knicks signed him, I thought that's cool. He's a good player. He showed out in that Maverick series of the year prior. Good pickup. But what he's done since coming to New York, hey man, he's got the city on his shoulders. When it's time to put the team on his back, he's doing just that. He's been the opposite of Malik Beasley. Brunson's averaging 33 points and 9 per game. Nothing seemed to slow him down. And they are throwing everything at him. Double team, zone, whatever. And he's still getting buckets. That floater off the glass that he seemed to hit every single time in the fourth quarter, money. He's exciting to watch. And even Cat starting to step up in the series. The Knicks may escape this series, which I did not have them doing because, again, they couldn't beat any of the best teams during the season. I still don't believe in this Knicks team as a championship team, but again, unlike how I felt last week, I think they could probably make it out of this round. So a few players I want to touch on before we get out of here. Look, Jayson Tatum. Y'all got to get off his back about aura. Do y'all see what he's doing to Orlando? Y'all see what he did last night? You see what this guy is doing right now? Getting his shots at ease whenever he wants. He's getting to his spots. This man is one of the best players in the league. And he's not boring. He's driving. He's doing everything. The only thing he's not doing is just talking a lot. The man has aura. Jayson Tatum has aura, or whatever you want to call it. Swag, confidence, pick a term, he has it. And also, not to mention, he's kind of a champion too. and an Olympic medalist. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. He's going to be all NBA first team again, and he deserves it. We need to put some respect on this man's name. He is a star, and he's doing everything we expect from stars. Now, granted, the Magic isn't the greatest opponent, and the proof will come in the pudding when it comes to the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. But we need to start respecting Jayson Tatum and get off this whole he doesn't have aura, because that shit's corny. Let's be real about it. So with that said, this is B More from A Tribe Called Swish. See you later. NBA playoffs have been great. We'll check in probably later this week. Might have a surprise for you. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.